So, I'm here with my best friend Chris, and he went to see Ghost Rider, so how was it?
You know, it's exactly what you would expect from a Nicolas Cage movie, and then some. Because you don't really expect much story to be there, because they really scrambled for that in the last 15 minutes or so. And you expect there to be some action, which there was, and you expect Nicolas Cage to say some pretty funny one-liners, which there was actually an absence of in this film. But it starts off as so many cliched-ass movies with like a panorama of European landscapes or whatever, and some black man on a motorcycle playing the cello, and
Hold on. He was riding a motorbike, playing the fucking cello?
I fucking wish that would have made it that much better. Then it would have been cliched, and I would have just fucking dumped my popcorn then and gone like this the whole movie because of how awesome that was. But no, he was not playing any musical instruments. And then he arrives at this ancient monastery, and then it briefly cuts to these ancient monks on like their computers, their iMacs or whatever. I'm like, how ancient can that be? And then they never really dwell on why they have such technology there. But then these people roll up in black SUVs and pop out wearing suits, wielding assault rifles. I'm like, wait a minute,
hold on.
Those could be the bad guys.
Hold on.
They weren't clearly established enough, so I really don't know.
Hold on. Here's a cliche. Okay, were the vans, or, well, what were they driving?
Well, they were like black SUVs.
Okay, were the SUVs fucking Chevys?
They were not. They were weird European makes. So, that threw me for a loop. And then, then they want this kid for some reason, and the black guy, he protects them because they get cornered, and the mom's holding the kid and they're about to get shot. This black guy takes out these two people, and he's like, I'm here to protect you. And then they just run away and lock the door behind him, and the black guy's like, what I do now?
So the black guy's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. And then, because they didn't let the guy who was so obviously there to protect him, protect him, they get abducted. This is abduction number 1, because it gets pretty formulaic after this. This kid gets abducted, and then these people chase him down, and he gets in a car accident.
Actually?
Yeah. Car accident
so another
and
fucking cliche.
It was a woman driver.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, of course.
There you go.
And all the while, these people who are supposed to be getting this kid alive are shooting at their tires while she's driving on, like, the edge of a cliff.
What?
And shooting the windows out, and it almost hits the kid anyways. They have to duck down.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, so they want this kid dead? But apparently not. And then the black guy manages to fly off a cliff and then find Nicolas Cage, and they team up, make an alliance. And then they immediately split up after that. But Nicolas Cage finds the kid and F's up these guys. But then they take a grenade launcher and a shotgun and they shoot Nicolas Cage. He's like, okay, well, I guess I wake up in a hospital with a Russian nurse. Just like what always happens when you get shot with a shotgun.
You got shot.
And then he starts hitting on the nurse. And he's like, where'd the morphine at? Then,
like that? Where the morphine?
Where'd the morphine?
Was it like that?
It wasn't Italian. I don't remember what it was.
That would've been awesome.
And then they keep a cupboard. She's like, no morphine for you. And she walks away.
No morphine for you.
Yeah, she's talking like the Italian mob or something. I don't remember. And then cuts him off from his meds, but there's a huge glass cabinet that's wide open with 1 million meds. So he just goes in there. He's like, okay.
I don't know. Whoa.
And then the woman driver gets another car out of the blue, and she's in a parking spot. She's like, okay, son, we gotta go somewhere. Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh!
I don't remember what she said.
Fuck!
She pulls out of the parking lot, and the black SUVs pull up again, even though half of them got totaled. I don't know how they're getting these vehicles insured or whatever.
Don't worry, they got a loan.
The amount of points they lost on their license.
Yeah.
Anyways, she pulls out of the parking lot without noticing these black SUVs surrounding her, pulls out even more, and goes like a couple kilometers with these SUVs tailing her. And all of a sudden, as soon as they get within, they were like tailing at 21 feet.
Okay.
As soon as they hit 20 feet, she's like, oh, we're being followed.
Really?
Shit, let's get in another car accident.
Another one?
Yep.
She just rams into another car on the street.
I don't know. I really can't remember at this point because...
Yeah, it's probably shit.
It is.
Yeah.
Then... the one guy from The Hangover who was a junkie dealer.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh hey, I'm back, and I'm the exact same character.
Yeah, except he has like.
Whoa!
Except he has like
So
what?
is Nicolas Cage. And then
Don't worry. He's always the same person in every fucking movie he's in.
it's true. But what the fuck happened next? There was.
You
I was
okay
throwing
there?
too much acid in the movie. I don't remember. Maybe
Was it just that interesting?
it was that interesting. What? Oh, then he meets up with the chick again, and not the black guy, Nicolas Cage. He's like, "I'm here to protect you," and she's like, "Oh, the last guy who protected me, I signed on the door, so I should do the same thing to you." And he's
Wasn't that that woman that I saw when I came in? Because I came in after my movie, and I came in and I just sat down and watched the last like 10 minutes, and it was that woman who was driving that car, and then she's like the little boy's mother.
yeah, she was
Well-
the mom of the kid, terrible mother,
Here,
mother of the year.
no.
nominee.
She said at the ending, "Thank you, Father." So I guess Nicolas Cage is her like estranged fucking father from the United
They
States
didn't
of America.
establish that in the first 92 minutes, unfortunately, so I didn't really know.
Yeah, she's like over in where is it, Rome, or where does it take place?
It's Eastern Europe is what
Okay.
the beginning said.
And I'm sure she lives there. And then Nicolas Cage is in the U.S. of A. Let's say Los Angeles. So I guess Nicolas Cage is her estranged father from the United States of America.
It makes sense. Not. And then, what the hell? Oh, and then, the guy from Limitless, the junkie,
Oh, yeah.
he goes and gets a super turbo post-mortem thingamajig that shoots a super vacuum nuke. And then,
Okay.
they're like, the guy who's selling it, he's like, how many people are you trying to take out? He's like, one. And
Oh,
then he turns to his, like,
shit's gonna go
Russian
down.
buddies, and they're like, yeah, that's a Russian's laugh, right?
What the fuck? No. They're
And
like,
then he takes this 700-pound missile, puts it over his shoulder, and he just shoots it, and it locks on to Nicolas Cage, who just happened to be coming. And
Okay.
as he's coming, it makes this Transformers effect, like right out of the Transformers movie. Pretty much. And then it blows him up. Bear in mind earlier, a shotgun and a grenade launcher killed him and put him in the hospital. This time, a super nuke that hits him head on doesn't do dick all.
Hold on, no. Was he in the Ghost Rider form, or was it just him, his normal
Both
self?
times he was in the Ghost Rider
Okay,
form.
I think what it is Ghost Rider's indestructible and Nicolas Cage is not.
I thought Nicolas Cage was indestructible.
Yeah, like his career.
Yeah. Rock solid. And then, because they haven't ripped off Transformers enough with the cello music established earlier,
Oh,
and
yeah,
the whole
the-
sound
yeah.
effects thing,
The soundtrack sounds exactly the same as Transformers.
Nicolas Cage gets in this huge, like, mind drilling machine, just like from the anticlimactic part in Transformers 2 at the pyramids.
Oh, yeah,
and
the
takes
pyramids.
control of it and fucks people up. The difference this time around is that they don't make a scrotum joke. They,
Really?
well,
Man, that's what I needed, was a scrotum joke in Ghost Rider to make it perfect.
yeah. And then,
No balls joke. Nope, this movie ain't gonna get 10 stars.
unfortunately, you know, I operate on a 5-star system because I'm indecisive. But I don't even remember because they keep getting the kid abducted and getting him back, and then he gets in
Why?
a car accident and they get
Oh
him
my
back. So
God.
it all bleeds together at some point. But then Nicolas Cage starts to interrogate this guy, Nicolas Cage style.
Like what?
Like he puts him up to a wall, and
Oh,
he's like.
the old
He
ass.
talks about how he's Ghost Rider. He's like, "Do you want to bring the demons out of me? But drinking green tea all goddamn day." And then this is quote for quote what he says.
That's
He's
what
like,
he says?
No, that's not what he says. He's like,
Okay.
knocking at the door. He's knocking at the door. And I'm sitting there like thinking, okay, use the doorbell, but it's much more etiquette. But then the kid gets abducted, of course, again. Not before another anticlimactic
Oh, great.
fight, I think.
Great.
like I said, it's all bleeding together. However, they established in the last 15 minutes or so
Okay.
that the kid is conceived by Satan, and that he
What?
has the full power of the devil, and that the devil wants to use him as a vessel. And then they go to like this weird, like abandoned Colosseum-looking thing,
Okay.
and then the black guy takes a detour or whatever with Nicolas Cage, and they go to this ancient cult of people with tattoos all over their face. And
Oh, cool.
oh, anyone who has a whole face of tattoos can be trusted, right? Everyone's like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Another fucking cliche right there.
And you
Trust the bad guys with their fucking kids.
exactly. And then, whoa, big surprise! They stab him in the back.
Oh!
They go take Nicolas Cage and whatever, and they overpower him using their monk brown robe jujitsu.
Come on! No, Nicolas Cage is fucking Ghost Rider. He could, like, slap them around.
This was after they put him in a tomb so he could rise 3 days later. And rock guy, he performs for Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider exorcism. He's like, oh, this wine would fetch 50,000 euros at auction. And they're like, Nicolas Cage's like, cool. And he's like,
Cool.
this wine is 2,000 years old. And Nicolas Cage is like, also cool. And he's like, have this bread. And Nick is like, is this 2,000 years old? He's like, haha, no. And he's like, it's stale as fuck. And he's like, get in the fucking tomb. And then he rises.
Oh
and
my
this is
god,
when
that's
they-
awesome.
And then they're about to sacrifice a kid. These monks are like, we gotta get the demons out of this kid.
Okay.
Cuts back to the factory or whatever, the big mining unit that Nicolas Cage took over
Oh, yeah.
earlier.
From,
And there's
like, yeah.
all the fire department, what a waste of tax money. All the fire department going to this clusterfuck that Nicolas Cage cost. And then the guy survived all the explosions and shit because a mattress fell on him. A mattress at a fucking copper mine.
Really?
Those are so common.
No,
And
no,
then-
no, no. Well, you said a mattress fell on him in a copper mine when it was on fire, or when?
When it was on fire, and then he's like under the debris,
How
and then
the
the devil comes up, and he's like, you made a deal, and he's
Oh,
like, I want
Mephisto.
more money. And he's like,
More
no.
money.
And he's like, I'm dying anyway. He's like, no, you.
Wow,
And he turns
hold on.
him.
That's like the real life story of fucking Nicolas Cage's career.
It's, yeah, pretty much a big allegory to his career, the whole movie, really.
You did not make the right movies, but I need more money.
And then he gives him superpowers. He can turn people into decay, and then he
God.
steals an ambulance. These public service workers, a guy in an ambulance who devoted his life to saving other lives. He goes up to him, turns him into like a decayed skeleton. I was like, dick move, bro. And then
Okay.
he starts driving the ambulance. This scene was actually kind of funny because he's looking for something to eat, and he picks up like bread or whatever, turns to mold, picks up an apple, and it turns to,
Mold.
and he picks up Nicolas Cage's career, and it turns to the exact same. And then he picks up a Twinkie, and it just also stays the same, much like Nicolas Cage's career. As we
Exactly. But here's another thing. Nicolas Cage is a Twinkie.
It's true. Like I said, there's all allegories to his career.
Exactly.
But then the ambulance, I stopped keeping track of continuity at this point.
Oh, yeah.
But the ambulance arrives or whatever at the monk monastery without them noticing. And
Okay.
he goes up, he harnesses the power of weird camera filters so
Oh,
the
yeah.
monks can't see them. He goes up and he turns them all into decay without them even, during the boy's execution, right before he decapitates them.
Okay.
He goes like this, and he turns them all to like weird, hideous skeleton lawn ornaments. And I was like, cool, I want one. And then I
Put it out on
eBay.
fucking Halloween.
I went on eBay. I was like, well, they don't sell these kind of lawn ornaments, so whatever. And then back to the climax-ish of the movie, where they're in this Coliseum, and the black guy's like, oh, remember where we kept the wine? Oh, there's 1,000,000 guns in there. So they go and there's like more firearms than like the U.S. Army
When-
has in one room.
Where the fuck did this come from? Oh, by the way, let's go back to grab fucking 50 firearms that are super powerful.
Yeah, so mom, who of course can't drive, like, yeah, you know drive, you use the sniper. And she's like, oh, thank God I was in the Soviet army shooting people.
What?
I'm like, JK, that didn't happen. How come she never missed a shot with the sniper
What?
rifle?
No. She's in the fucking Soviet army?
No, I don't, they never explained why she never was able to miss a shot with a sniper rifle.
Maybe she was playing COD for fucking 20 years, you know?
She was like 10th prestige. But anyways.
Yeah.
The black guy and Nicolas Cage like sneak in or whatever while this lady's sniping.
Okay.
And they're performing the exorcism on this kid. And then there's two guards at the door and the black guy comes out. I don't remember if he has a name. That's the thing. I'm referring to him as the black guy.
Let's call him the black guy.
After that, there's two people guarding the door, and the guy comes out. He's like, "Oh, look at the wine!" He brought the 2,000-year-old wine. He
Really?
throws it. The guy's like, "Catch!" And the guard, he drops his gun and catches it.
Really?
And the black guy pulls out a gun and just shoots them both.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like it's like, here, catch the wine. Oh, I'm just gonna drop my fucking gun and
And
catch.
then, long story short, the exorcism doesn't succeed, just like Drive Angry.
Oh,
Spoiler alert.
and the devil inside, and probably fucking Paranormal Activity and all those
Every
fucking
other
movies.
movie that somehow relates to Satan.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage loves those roles for some reason. But
Yeah.
they don't completely rescue the kid because abduction number 3 happens.
Again, 3?
3 fucking abductions!
Oh my god!
And the other ones ended with car accidents. Why break the routine? They're chasing him down on the highway or whatever. Shit's blowing up. Ghost Rider meets the decay guy, and then cars blow up. And then the tire goes out, and the kid, of course, luckily he's wearing a seatbelt. The vehicle flips over 12 times.
Oh yeah, that's the part that I saw.
The
Yeah.
devil comes out. He's like, "Ugh, it hurts."
Hold on, he was the devil?
He was a devil.
He was the devil.
You could tell by the cataracts he had in his left eye. It was completely red. So it's like, oh, he must be Satan. Just like the people in the black SUVs. They have to spell out everything.
How is he Mephisto when in Ghost Rider 1 it was that old guy? Remember the one that was standing in
the first one.
Oh, he was standing in the opening of a tent when his father got killed
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
in the circus. And he was 70, and I liked him. He actually looked like the character of Mephisto. He actually looked like it.
Oh, okay.
But no, this guy that I saw, I thought it was like a fucking minion or something.
Yeah, comic book movies have a tendency to not be canon.
Yeah, like I was like, that's the devil. He doesn't even look like it.
And then fucking the car crashes, and then Nicolas Cage is like, oh, the devil's weakened by the car crash. So he picks up with a whip and like shoots him into the ground. It's like, oh, he's back in hell now.
Oh yeah.
And then the kid crawls out of the vehicle unscathed.
No, he didn't crawl out of the vehicle.
Oh, yeah, Nicolas Cage picks him the fuck up and starts cradling him with his flaming skull, like rubbing their cheeks together. Like, oh, I hope this doesn't burn, little guy. I'm just thinking, like, what the fuck is happening? And then
Nicolas Cage gives the little kid back to his mom, who I can't remember. I'll probably look at that tonight. And yeah, and then
What was your one
no, the ending pun.
I don't even remember.
Oh, the little kid wakes up and is like, "Did we win?" And he's like, "Yeah, we sure hell
did.
Oh!
That's when everyone at the theater started spraying their ejaculant up at the ceiling, and I was like, alright, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we actually sat back until everybody was gone. I was gonna lean over to you and like, what the fuck was that?
You shoulda. They said fuck in the movie one time. So
Yeah, one time. That's your fucking PG-14. Fuck, one time. Here, in my review next, I had to listen to vagina, dick, balls, scrotum, and all those jokes. So don't worry, I'm pretty pissed off right now. So, 3 questions. How was the audience?
the audience, all 10 people,
All 10 people, yeah.
majority of them, you know, stop to play Angry Birds every few minutes.
Oh yeah, watching
I can guarantee you I would have if I wasn't committed to doing this.
Well, watching a fucking terrible Nicolas Cage movie, I would have played Angry Bird. What else? The sound effects.
I give it a 2 out of 5.
No. The sound effects.
other than the recycled Transformers one.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, there's a misconstruction that Satan's voice is just when you, like, take the pitch and lower it down a couple
Oh, yeah.
notches and talk really slowly. I never really understood that.
So basically...
Oh, and when he's under the mattress...
what? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
And then when he's under the mattress and he's alive, and the devil shows up, he's like, "Suck it, jackass!" And they like do the S's in the subtitles.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I don't understand what
because the
means.
deaf people, they want to make sure they get every stutter in.
Yeah, it's like... You know what it sounds like? It sounds like fucking... Jeremy Irons in fucking Dungeons and Dragons. You know, like... two more, okay. The fucking, special effects. How was it?
Honestly, the explosions were really good. Camera shake was a bigger issue than the
Oh, yeah.
ultimatum.
Oh, and the extreme camera shots, too.
Oh my god.
Like, the extreme down and extreme
The
up.
cameraman, like, was stuck in the prone position looking up, and, like, he must have fallen out of his wheelchair. He must have been in there because he had, like,
Oh, yeah.
ruptured his vertebrae, and he was twitching, so the camera would go ape shit in every action sequence.
Here's the thing, is it's extremes, and I think the cinematographer had like fucking ADD.
Oh, no doubt. Another thing, tell me if this makes scenes more badass.
Getting closer to the protagonist. Fuck.
No, it just looks stupid.
It really does.
When
It takes you out of the moment more than anything.
oh yeah,
And I just want to enjoy Nicolas Cage fucking people up and saying what Nicolas Cage says.
one-liners.
Exactly.
One more question. The trailers.
Trailers? Project X, already saw that.
Is it good?
It's exactly what you'd expect, Drew.
Any other ones besides Project X?
Honestly, I vaguely remember playing puzzle games on my iPhone during some of the trailers. There
Yeah.
really weren't many trailers at all, actually. Not Hunger Games, not Lorax, not Dick All, really.
Wow.
Just Project X for some reason.
Yeah. That's because that's the one that they want people to go to, because nobody's gonna fucking go to it. You and me should probably fucking go to it. Have you seen it at the other movie theater?
Wish.
Any movie theater at all?
No.
You haven't?
Which movie?
Project X.
Oh, no, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Me and Mitch should probably go to it.
It's worth it just for the
Yeah, like-
vagina scene.
Like, me and Mitch would probably be sitting in the fucking seats going, what the fuck was that?
No doubt.
Yeah, like with my movie, I was so pissed that halfway I stood the fuck up, and I stood in the middle of the hall, just waiting until it was over. I mean, it was that bad.
Oh, you must...
So, final thoughts on a movie?
I give it a 2 out of 5. Fucking not spectacular. Put that on the box of the DVD.
The most not spectacular movie of the summer.
2 out of 5.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Or you could say Nicolas Cage at his finest, bestest? I don't
Worst movie of his career, besides The Wicker Man. But
yeah,
you know.
true. That was shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I just want to see a woman get punched in the face from Nicolas Cage wearing a bear suit. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, that's your final thoughts.
It is.
Okay. Thank you for going, and you know, I'll pay you for going. Pay you the $4 fucking bucks for going and wasting
Oh, right.
wasting your motherfucking Saturday. So, yeah. Thanks.